Hey guys, welcome back to Canada Adventures mini-series episode 2. First, I'd like to thank my friends for giving me a lot of inputs and suggestions on how I should go about with the videos. I'll try my best to apply them. And now I'd like to tell you about this episode. First, we were in Toronto in the airport, exchanging our car for an RV. We then drove up north to Montreal for about 5.5 hours and parked our RV outside of the city of Montreal since it was very accessible from the parking camping site to the train and to the city. So, on our first day, we decided to kind of freestyle our whereabouts by simply just walking around. I mean, what better way to know a city than to wander around the big streets and stroll around. When we first visited the city, I actually noticed a change in language from English to French. I thought that was pretty special. To add to that, Montreal is actually the second largest French-speaking city next to Paris. And if you want to know more about Montreal, I'll leave a link in the description box. After minutes of walking around, we actually came across this really beautiful church that's called Notre Dame Basilica of Montreal. I don't know if I pronounced it right. We then decided to go in, and I was shocked at how beautiful this church is. But I have to say, for a church, it was quite loud since there were so many tourists, like in groups, talking, and it was quite crowded. But aside from that, the inside of the church is really beautiful. I actually took more pictures and I'll show them now. And after we left the church, we found a carriage that did tours. And I'll actually be turning off the background sound so you can hear the tourist guide's French accent.
Remember the big factory with the clock? We have an only big village here. It's a huge stadium. Plus tips and never include. Madonna stayed there, then like.
After the tour ended, we took a quick bite and went back to the city and walked around. And after this really long day in Montreal City, we went back to our camping sites and rested. The next day, we decided to go back to the city center of Montreal and visit Centre Bell, which was formerly known as Molson Center. We were actually instructed not to film the tour, so I apologize again if the rest of the videos will be in pictures, but I was able to sneak a little video clip. The place where I'm standing at here is actually where the press take pictures of the hockey players while playing the game. If you want to know more about the Centre Bell, I'll link it in the description box, and also I'll put a link to the Montreal Canadiens. Fun fact, they actually won all 24 Stanley Cups. After this tour, we went back to the RV and stay tuned for the next destination. And if you haven't seen the last video, click the top left corner. And if you want to go back to my channel, click the bottom left corner. Thanks!